So, in the wake of Joe Biden receiving a terrifying cancer diagnosis, Donald Trump Jr., his mistake, took to Twitter to let us know about his thoughts concerning Biden's diagnosis. Now, he couldn't, offer his condolences and then shut the up. He immediately jumps toward conspiracy theory and innuendo. Basically just saying like wink, wink, maybe it's wink, wink, maybe it's, I don't know, guy, what do you think? Like nonsensical. Here's what this fool had to say. Donald Trump Jr. unfortunately fixed his fingers to type this bullshit. He says, "What I want to know is how did Dr. Jill Biden miss stage 5 metastatic cancer, or is this yet another cover-up?" So apparently because Jill Biden is a doctor, she's apparently now like Biden's court physician. Now she just like is always supposed to know like every little thing going on in his body because she's a doctor, and she's supposed to just have her entire kit set up and an entire just room dedicated toward tracking Biden's health because she's a doctor. This is an insult, is what it is. He's basically saying, "Oh, you're a doctor? How didn't you see your husband's cancer?" This is the level of evil we're dealing with here. Where in his mind, it's totally appropriate to refer to her in this way of like, "Oh, you're a doctor, huh? Well, how didn't you catch your husband's cancer?" Sick and twisted demon is what he is. He's the spawn of the Antichrist. And he says, "Is this yet another cover up?" Like, let it go. Let it go. Joe Biden, at his worst, falling up and down stairs, falling on the stage, stumbling and bumbling, is 20 million times the president that Donald Trump could ever possibly be. Donald Trump could take every steroid in existence, every PED. He could do every drug. I mean, he could be in the cut with RFK, really just going crazy with the needles. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. I'm just telling you, nothing will change. It's just the reality of the situation. Joe Biden could have stage 10 cancer. Can't even talk. Emaciated. Just skin and bone. And would still be just like, he would be like just the greatest president. Like, Trump could never, why are we having this conversation? Trump could never compare. And he calls this another cover up. Like, let it go. Yes, Biden was clearly not in his mental prime, clearly psychologically and mentally decayed, and yet somehow, some way, still managed to be 20 times the president, the statesman, the leader that Donald Trump could ever possibly be. Donald Trump Jr. just let it go. Let it go. Like, seriously, just let it go. And he sits there and uses this to mock the Biden family because Donald Trump Jr. actually is a horrible, evil human being. And they portray themselves as the victims, is what the Trump family does. We're the victims. People hate us. People don't like us. And they refuse to ever acknowledge that you people are the reason why people don't like you. You go out of your way to act in nasty, disgusting ways. Therefore, people dislike you. That's just the reality of it. That's the reason why people don't like Donald Trump and some of his family members who choose to act like pieces of shit publicly. You all choose to carry on in this manner and then wonder why people don't like you. And they'll sit there and say, "Well, how do you think the Democrats would act if this was Trump?" Donald Trump has chosen to be as nasty as humanly possible to everyone. You can't walk into the room, insult everyone in the room, and then when something negative befalls you, expect them all to surround you with prayer and condolences and care and concern. You're an asshole, in case you didn't know. So of course if this happened to Trump, people would be laughing and celebrating. Donald Trump has earned that level of hatred. He has earned that level of disgust and mistrust and dislike. And Donald Trump Jr. knows that. There's a reason why when McCain was about to die from cancer, the Democratic Party had no problem showing concern, care, offering condolences. There's a reason why. There's a clear reason why. And speaking of McCain, after he died, Donald Trump just literally showed the utmost disrespect. I could have said no to the funeral. I didn't have to do that. I gave him the funeral he wanted. And I didn't get a thank you. In his mind, he should have received a thank you for giving someone who served in the U.S. Navy and in Congress, who earned that funeral. He thinks that, I didn't have to give it to him. I didn't have to do that. Maybe I should have gotten a thank you for that. In his mind, he should have received a thank you. We're dealing with a classless, demonic family whose only crutches are whiteness and wealth. If it weren't for those two things, this nation would see them for exactly what they are. That's why, like, I'm asking God, please make the Trump family black for like a week. If God made the Trump family black for 1 week, a lot of the problems that we're dealing with would be over. You know, MAGA would expect better behavior from them, expect more class, more decorum, more dignity. We'd see MAGA asking for a little bit more kindness and politeness. I think Donald Trump and his family becoming black is the best thing for this country. Seriously. It would fix so much. They'd get their act together. He'd fix his posture instead of walking around like a hunchback. Trump Jr. would delete this tweet. I mean, bro, so much would change. The sun would shine, bro. I'm telling you. That's the solution to all of this in reality. But this is what we're dealing with. A family who thinks that this kind of behavior is appropriate and acceptable. And it's not. It's psychotic, it's evil, and it's crazy. And hopefully, when they're finally defeated, we can show this shit to the next generation, and hopefully they believe it. Because part of me is afraid that America will never even come to terms with how bad Trump was because of just how insane the spread of misinformation is today, and how anywhere you can receive any sort of alternative interpretation of history. It's terrifying, it's scary, but unfortunately that's where we are. So, guys, these are our rulers. These are the royal family. Lord have mercy.